What's up, my honey bunnies, and welcome back to a new video. I hope you guys are doing amazing. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today's video is going to be all about Ere Perez. I'm going to be doing a one brand review plus one brand makeup looks. Everything on my face right now is from Ere Perez. Before I get into the products, let me tell you guys a little more about Ere Perez, just in case you guys are new to them. So Ere Perez is a cruelty-free and vegan company. They're also a green beauty company. The founder and creator is Mexican, but she did move to Australia. So the products are pretty much Australian, but some of them are made in Mexico. A lot of them say that in the back. It says made in Italy, made in Mexico. This brand is also one of my absolute favorite brands for makeup products. They were featured in my top 6 vegan makeup brands over on my blog. I'll link that post down below if you guys want to check out my other favorite makeup brands. I've mostly tried their makeup products, not so much their skincare. Their packaging is just so beautiful. Very minimal, very sleek. They're very aesthetically pleasing to me. I don't know why. I just love white and some type of metallic, whether it's gold or silver. My only con when it comes to this brand is that they're not super inclusive when it comes to foundation shades or concealer shades. I really do hope and encourage them to come out with darker shades so that everybody can try them. I haven't tried that many skincare products from Ere Perez. I've only tried 2 moisturizers. So the first one I tried was their Blue Cypress oil. I honestly wasn't a big fan of it. It was okay, and I did use it for about like 2 months. Halfway through, I just noticed that it wasn't really doing nothing to my skin, so I stopped using it. They recently came out with another product. This is their Moringa All Beauty Creme. This one is supposed to hydrate, renew, and balance the skin. This is what the packaging looks like. It just comes in a little tube like this. It does absorb fairly quickly, and it does leave quite a bit of a silky feel, but it's not overly silky. It's just nice and smooth, and because it's not super heavy, this is going to be perfect for spring and summer. So I'm really enjoying this one, but again, I've only used it twice, so I'm gonna have to get back to you guys on this. Moving on to the foundation, I have the Ere Perez Oat Milk Foundation. This is one of their formulas. They do carry, I think, about 3 different formulas. I think they have a powder, they have a liquid, and then they have this one right here. So I really enjoy this one. As you can see, it's almost out, and I'm kind of contemplating whether I want to get it again. The shade I have is the color Chai, and I really like this shade. It works really great for me in the colder months. This doesn't work for me in the summer because in the summer I do get pretty tan. So here is the color. So again, this is Chai, and it does have a slight yellow undertone, which I love because it works perfectly for my undertone. Okay, so this foundation is great. I really enjoy it. As you can see, I'm almost out. I only like this one, like I said, in the colder months because I have tried this in the summer and it just didn't work out for me. Not only the shade, but also the formula, because it is pretty moisturizing. It does have a very dewy, glowy type of look. It just makes me look a little more shiny throughout the day because during the summer I get very, very oily because it's so hot. This foundation blends really nicely with the brush or with the sponge. With the sponge, I do get less coverage, and as it is, this is more of a light to medium coverage. It's very buildable, but it's not full coverage whatsoever, at least not in my opinion. It just evens out my skin tone. It adds a little bit of dewiness, and my skin still peeks through, like my blemishes, you can still see them. There's still a little redness under there. It's not the most long-lasting foundation, but it does last around like 4 hours, maybe 6, but it does start to kind of like fade away around my chin. It does start to crease around my nose. Even sometimes right when I apply it, it does kind of collect on my nose no matter what I do or how I blend it. It's my only problem with this foundation is that it's very hard to work with when I have very dry skin. So I have to prep my skin very, very good before applying this, because if I don't, if there's any dryness on my skin, it's gonna cling to it and make it more apparent. Whenever I'm gonna use this, I make sure to exfoliate, cleanse, and really hydrate and moisturize my skin before applying it, because if I don't, I know it's not gonna look all that great. Those were my thoughts on this foundation. If you guys have any more questions regarding any of these products, leave it in the comments down below and I will try my hardest to get back to you guys as soon as possible. Okay, so they have the Arnica concealer and I have the color Chai. This is what it looks like. It comes in a glass pot. I'm not sure if you guys can see on camera, but I've used this baby so much. It has a really big indentation. When I first got it, I was obsessed with it. Since then, I have found something better, like a concealer that's better for me. but I still really recommend this and I do really enjoy this. This concealer is a cream concealer. As you can see, it's very creamy. It is more opaque than the foundation, so you do get a little more coverage. Here's a swatch of the concealer next to the foundation. As you can see, it is a little more of a satin finish. It's not as glowy as the foundation, and it's also more opaque. There is a little bit of a difference between the colors, so they're both chai, but the foundation does have a little more of a yellow undertone, just slightly, and the concealer to me is more like a neutral. I really like it because it does brighten under the eyes. As you can see in the demo, it covers really good. It covers the redness and darkness. It blends out really nicely. I do like to use it with a damp beauty sponge. It just works really nicely with that. And just like the foundation, this is not the most long wearing concealer that I have. It doesn't necessarily start to break apart or like separate or like disappear. It just doesn't look as fresh as when I first apply it, maybe like 3 hours into it, and it does crease. I know the first question that I get when it comes to concealers is if it creases, and yes, all my concealers crease. This one also only works for me during the colder months when I'm a little lighter. I think I pretty much covered everything about the concealer. Again, if you have any questions, let me know. Next up, I have the bronzer. They have a rice powder bronzer, and this is in the color Tulum. I think they have 2 different shades, but I can be wrong. But I really like this one, even though it is more on the orangey side. In the summer when I'm a little more tan, I can get away with using these type of bronzers, even though they are a little more on the orangey side. It just works for me and my skin tone. But with that being said, I still use this during the colder months just to add a little color, but I do stick to the lighter one. One is a little more darker than the other. This one over here is more of a light golden color, and this one is a bronze with a little bit of gold as well, but not as much as the light one. The reason why I like this bronzer so much is because it gives you that golden goddess type of glow without being super shimmery or glittery. It just gives you a golden sheen. This product is very pigmented, so I only pick up a little bit and then just build it up if I want to. Today I'm wearing a very light hand of the lighter one. These 2 colors work so great as an eyeshadow as well, especially this gold one over here on the lid and this one on the crease. It's just so beautiful. A lip and cheek type of product. This is their carrot color pot. I don't know why I always struggle to say that. Their carrot color pot, and I do have the color Healthy, which is more of a nude, kind of like a peachy nude type of color. This is the only lip and cheek type of product that actually works for my lips and my cheeks. A lot of the times whenever I pick up any of these products, they don't really work for both. They're either too glossy for the cheeks or too drying for the lips. But this one is just perfect. This is another product that's very pigmented, so you only need a little bit. I really don't know how to describe the consistency. I mean, it's a cream, but it feels kind of tacky. I know that might sound like bad, but not in a bad way. It really works on the cheeks. It blends out so beautiful. It's actually what I'm wearing on my cheeks right here. And I can also use this on the lips with a little bit of lip liner. I'm gonna give you guys a swatch of it right here. And this is gonna be a pretty heavy swatch. I don't really use this that heavy on the cheeks, but on the lips I do like to build it up. It's very pigmented and it works really great, and because it has more of a thicker kind of tacky consistency, it lasts a long time on the cheeks and on the lips. Next up, I have one of my all-time favorite products from Ere Perez, and that is their highlight, of course. This is their vanilla highlighter in the color Sunhalo. They do have 2 different shades. The other shade is more of a silvery type of pink, and this one is a golden. For me, this color is perfection. It gives me that beautiful glow. This is a cream highlight, and I do prefer cream highlights because they just melt into the skin really beautiful. They look so natural. And this one right here, I love it because it lasts so long. It's my go-to whenever I go traveling because I know I can use this in the pool, in the beach, and I'm still gonna have that glow. It is a little more on the thicker side, and it is a little bit tacky, and it kind of does give you that kind of like wet type of look, and I love it. I love it so much. If you guys have been watching my channel for years, you guys know that I love this. This is actually my second pan. I don't only use this one on the cheekbones. I use this on the inner corner, on the upper brow, the brow bone, and then my nose and the cupid's bow, and also my décolleté, my shoulders, whenever I want that super glowy look. This is my go-to for sure. Let's talk about their eyeshadow palettes. They do have, I think, 4 different ones. And these are called the Chamomille Eye Palettes. And I do have the color Beautiful. The very first thing I want to mention about this product is that it is eco-friendly. So all of these eyeshadow pans are removable, and whenever you're done with them, you can just buy a separate eyeshadow pan and just pop it back into the palette. So you don't have to buy the whole palette again, which is super, super cool. All of their palettes are more like earthy, very neutral looking type of eyeshadows. You're not gonna find super bright colors in their palettes because they just go for that kind of like capsule collection type of colors that you can always reach for, you can travel with, you can do many eye looks with. This palette in particular is a great palette to create day looks and night looks. It comes with 3 mattes and 3 shimmers, and they're really beautiful. It's also very portable and slim, so you can take this traveling with you if you want to. The formula is really good. The mattes blend really nicely. The shimmers do go on very nicely as well. None of these are super pigmented, but they are very buildable. My only issue with this formula is that I really can't use them with my fingers. When I do try to like grab a little bit with my fingers, it starts to create a hard shell on top of the eyeshadow. Then I have to go with my nail and kind of scrape it off. So it just works better with makeup brushes. The next thing I'm gonna talk about is my holy grail from this brand. That is their waterproof mascara. This is their avocado waterproof mascara, and I've gone through maybe like 3 of these tubes. This is the one I always recommend. But not only is it waterproof, it's also lengthening. It keeps a curl. It's pretty black. I love the wand. I love the formula. I just love everything about this mascara. So if there's one product that you can try from Ere Perez, you're on a budget and you only can try one, I say try the mascara, whether it's the regular mascara or their waterproof. They're really great. Everyone has raved about these mascaras, and everybody that I recommend a mascara from Ere Perez, they end up loving it. So the mascara is amazing. I have their lipsticks. I think they have 3 different formulas of their lipsticks, or maybe 2. I do have 2 of their olive oil lipsticks, and again, these are their olive oil lipsticks, and the formula is phenomenal as well. I just love this formula so much. It's more of a like a satin finish, but they last so long on the lips. Let me tell you that I've been trying green beauty products for so long, and I've tried so many different lipstick formulas, and a lot of them tend to be very slick and very slippy, which can cause your lipstick to feather out, to bleed out, or to kind of like just fade away faster. But because these are a little more like a thicker consistency, like they're a little more firm, they last up. I have the color Runway on my lips right now, which is more of a nude with a little bit of a peach undertone. These are very pigmented. They go on really nicely and smooth. I don't have any cons regarding the olive oil lipsticks. I just love them so much. Last but not least, I have their brushes. I have 4 of them, and they're very dirty right now. Please excuse that. Let me clean them a little bit. I have 2 of their face makeup brushes and 2 of their kind of like eye makeup brushes. Let's start with the face makeup brushes. So this one over here is their multi-purpose, and I don't know if you guys can see, it's quite small. That is my only con with this makeup brush. Other than that, it just works really great to blend out foundation, to blend out cream blush, or any cream product. I just wished it was a little bigger. To be completely honest, this is not a makeup brush that I would see online and buy it myself. This was sent to me, but now that I have it, I actually do enjoy it, and I decided to keep it even though it's really small, because it does work really nicely. The other face brush that I have is their blush and bronze makeup brush, and I love it so much. It's quite soft. I love the shape. It's perfect for blush, for bronzer. It's perfect to set the under eyes, to set my whole makeup. These are dual-ended makeup brushes, so they have a makeup brush on both ends. So this one over here is the line and blend. So it has a fluffy brush to blend out your eyeshadows, and it also has a angled liner. So you can use it for your brows, you can use it for a wing liner, and both of them work so good. The fluffy one is just my favorite because it just blends out everything. It picks up enough product, it deposits it really good, and it blends it really good. This one over here is their lip and conceal. So on this side it's a concealer brush, and on the other side is a lip brush. Also a really good brush. Even though I don't really use this for concealer, I do use this for eyeshadow to like pack on the shimmer. I've used this to apply concealer, but not to blend it, only because the concealer brushes just don't work out for me. Whenever I try to blend it out, they come out streaky and I just don't like it. But I do like it to apply the concealer, and then I go on and blend it with a makeup sponge. The lip brush works great for the lips. It works great for the inner corner to clean up the brows. Based on the 4 brushes that I do have, I really do enjoy them and I would recommend them. All right, my honey bunnies, so that was it. I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you guys did, please give it a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye guys.